Everyone, welcome back to another campus reporting update. We are going to focus on new features for June and July 2025. Once again, Alex Morrissette, Jess Ostrom, good to see both of you. Thank you for taking the time. We'll jump right into it. We are talking about some new features in terms of reporting, specifically focused on Meta and Google Ads, and then an opportunity for our embedded agency customers to have private labeling in campus. So I'll start here, Jess. Let's look at Google and Meta. Give us a little bit of the background of, where we're at today in terms of this reporting. There's been elements of it that have been in the platform in the past, but what's new, what's different, what are we offering our customers?
Yeah, so historically, our search and social reporting has been built as a custom Looker Studio report that we embedded into Campus, which was kind of delayed sometimes, as a standard. It was delayed as a standard Campus report. This was done for a couple of reasons. So one, search and social reporting, especially search, it can get dense with the volume of metrics that you're looking at. And two, there is a lot of variance in what a client would want to look at within the reporting for search and social, especially. So that being said, we decided to take a look at some of the most common metrics we're looking at within search and social for Meta and Google specifically, and decided to build out a report that supports roughly 70% of our reporting cases. And that's where these reports come in. So for, again, Meta and Google specifically, similar to our other reports, we have the ability to set default objectives in here. So conversions, clicks, revenue, even impression share for search. For social, you have the data broken down by line item, campaign, ad set, creative, device, site action, and geography in here. For search, the data is broken out a little bit more specific to search data. So by like ad type, so search versus performance max, campaign, ad group, keywords, also device site activity, as well as geography. So this is the bulk of the data that's needed to start drawing conclusions around campaign performance. So basically with this native report that's now available directly in Campus, as soon as your campaigns get up and running, there's no longer delays in seeing this granular of Google and Meta reporting out the gates with the campaigns.
A huge release. I know a lot of work has gone into this one. Jess, you mentioned trying to answer the majority of our client use cases. And Al, as you're walking through this, would you mind just kind of commenting on any of the user functionality that we should be mindful of?
Yeah, so functionally very similar to our other standard reports within programmatic, where you can filter to your different line items. So if you wanted to zero in on a particular line item, you can use the filter there. Of course, we've got our standard date range picker, and then you can toggle between objectives as well, which will change the different metrics that you're looking at by default. And then you can, of course, override any individual metric that you're looking at to look at something different as well. But it should feel very similar to, like I said, our other standard reports. Obviously, with the addition of a keyword breakout and some of the more unique things that are Google Ads and Meta Ads specific. But yeah, functionally it should feel pretty familiar. Enhancements that are coming are the ability to filter by conversion pixel as well. So that's something that we've had in our our programmatic reporting for a while now. So that's something that we will be bringing into these two new reports very soon. And also just look and feel of these line item and date filters to be in the more familiar place that they are within programmatic. Are also things that will be going out in the next release.
Jess, I know you've spent a bulk of your career running paid search campaigns, working with local advertisers, franchisees, and now really brands of all shapes and sizes. Would you mind just directionally kind of giving some guidance to the new metrics that are available here at the bottom? How do you just see, let's say campaigns and ad groups and keywords, some of these data points? What does this type of information do for our team from an operations perspective, but also like a client that might be looking to jump in here for some quick information? And I'm specifically thinking like in comparison to going into like a native tool, instead of going into Google Ads, like this feels like a simpler way to have that data, but you're the expert, so I'm just curious on your take.
No, you're exactly right. And it's not that we're trying to mirror Google Ads and Meta Ads here. It's familiarity. So anyone that works in Google or has run any Google campaigns or works in Meta and has run any Meta campaigns, these are all terms and dimensions that they're used to seeing. So line item is technically our budget groups. This is where we have the budget set at. And when you have ad type, when you're looking at a campaign, for example, in Google, you're looking at different ways of running these campaigns. It's not just all search and it's not just all PMAX. So you're able to break these out a little bit cleaner and it just makes it a little bit more digestible overall.
Awesome. And now obviously lives in Campus in one unified spot with your entire media buy. So really cool feature. Again, kudos to you all on the hard work with this one and getting it released. The next one to highlight, we talked a little bit about a private label feature in our last release, the ability for any of our clients to add their own look and feel and branding to Campus as itself. But more specifically, if there are unique reports that need to be created, how those can then find their way into the platform. So, Jess, mind just kind of walking us through the use cases here and how this could best be leveraged?
Yeah, so as you said, so in the spirit of giving more control to our clients and truly making Campus theirs to customize, clients now have the ability to embed reports and documents directly within Campus. So just for some context, historically, clients have already been able to upload documents. This new feature allows them to embed them. So as an example use case here can be, we work with an agency who builds out their own Looker Studio reports, similar to how we build our own Looker Studio reports sometimes, that they send to their clients. They also use our white labeled version of Campus for their clients, where their clients log in and see the reporting in Campus that matches the look and feel of their agency. So by allowing them to embed their own reports and utilize this functionality, it gives them the ability to keep all their reporting and all their relevant client documentation in one spot for their client.
Awesome. Al, as you're kind of thumbing through this again, would you mind just sharing any guidance in terms of how this feature can best be utilized?
Yeah, like Jess said, if there are any reports that you internally as an agency have developed on your own, as far as Looker Studio reports is generally what we see. This is where you can use this feature to go ahead and embed those reports. They'll show up in Campus and making Campus kind of more of a one-stop shop so that you don't have these independent dashboard URLs that you need to remember offhand, just bringing them into the platform. So that's one use case for it, is really at the campaign reporting level. You can also embed reports at the advertiser level as well. So if you select one of your advertisers, let's say you've got a report that is more general, it's not specific to a campaign, it goes cross campaign, it's a full year report that shows data for your different campaigns. You'll see the plus sign here as well. So this is where you can embed a new advertiser level dashboard. You can also do that up at the client level. So within your client level of your reporting suite here, on the dashboards tab again, you've got the plus sign here where you can embed a dashboard as well. And then you can also, as Jess mentioned, embed documents. So documents can be embedded at either the advertiser level, will appear here. So if I embed a document here, I would see a new tab with whatever I decide to name that document. And then, of course, it would just be embedded via iframe to take over this part of the screen here. You can do that at the advertiser level and also at the campaign level. So if you've got documents that are specific to an advertiser, again, cross campaign, or are specific to a single campaign, you've got a spot where you can embed those into the platform as well. A lot of times we see like any kind of like audience persona sheets that have been developed, sometimes even tagging, if you want to have it embedded to where you can click in and kind of see the document within Campus. It's worked well.
Thanks, Al. To all of our clients out there, we hear you, we heard you, we will continue to listen to you. I think this has been a big one that has come up in conversations and the requests and the wish list of like, wow, it would be great if I could add. This was a really important priority for our team, just to make sure that we're doing everything we can to empower your current workflows and your team have a one centralized spot for all aspects of campaign management. Al, Jess, really cool feature. Appreciate you walking through that one. Any closing notes from either of you just on these features that we've walked through today? Good. We covered it all. Everybody, thanks again for tuning in to a very brief, quick update. Some really important stuff here. If you have any questions on how these reports are set up or can be set up, obviously we just walked through the Google and Meta side that is now standardized in the platform. But this embed feature specific to Looker Studio reports, those that you might be building on your own or in tandem with KORTX, please reach out to our team. We're happy to assist. Until next time,